Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to the Manchester Evening News, Manchester United are close to reaching an agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of Raphael Varane. According to Marca, Real Madrid are confident that they'll get close to the £42 million fee they are demanding. The Daily Mail said recently that Manchester United have made breakthrough in talks for Raphael Varane with Real Madrid, and it said a fee of 38.5 million has been agreed. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said that Raphael Varane only wants Manchester United. It's special for him. He said there's no other clubs that are going in for him. Fabrizio Romano also said that an official bid from Man United for Raphael Varane will be submitted in the next few days. The club are confident a deal will be completed. Real Madrid are delighted that Man United are signing Raphael Varane. Varane obviously returned to Real Madrid training. So it's looking very imminent that he's going to be our second major signing this summer. Don't forget, Real Madrid offered Varane a renewal contract offer, but he rejected it. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. But Varane has definitely decided to leave Real Madrid. He notified Real Madrid that he wants to join Manchester United. We went in for Varane back in 2011. We also went in for him back in 2018 because Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move. Varane has been a long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's been with them for 10 years. He's made 360 appearances in all competitions, and he's won a lot of trophies at Real Madrid. So reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree as a player. Real Madrid got Varane from Lens back in 2011. But yeah, Man United are set to sign Varane this week. Man United are also willing to double his wages in order to sign him this summer. I think Varane will be signing a contract until 2026, so that's a 5-year deal, and obviously the personal terms have been sorted out. But Varane will exceed expectations in the Premier League. What a centre-back partnership that will be, Harry Maguire and Varane, because they'll complement each other very well in our back line. Manchester United also want Jules Koundé from Sevilla. Now, there's a lot of midfielders on our agenda. Solniguez, Manchester United have been linked with him. Man United have put a bid in for Niguez. We think we can sign Niguez for £45 million. Mundo Deportivo said not so long ago that Man United have been in advanced talks with Solniguez's agent. He said Man United are the front runners to sign him. Solniguez wants to make a move to the Premier League. Not so long ago, Solskjaer called Solniguez, so reflecting on that fueled speculation. Solniguez has a £129 million release clause. He's got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2026 because back in 2017 he signed a 9-year contract. Being a long-serving player at Atletico Madrid, he's been with them for a good 13 years or so now. He obviously risen up their academy. Solniguez can be deployed as a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. Barcelona at one point were in talks with Atletico Madrid over a swap deal involving Griezmann and Niguez. Liverpool are obviously trying to get him. Ruben Neves, Manchester United have also been linked with him. It said the other day that Man United were leading Arsenal in the race to sign Solniguez. Ruben Neves, sorry. He says Wolves are willing to sell Ruben Neves for £35 million. Ruben Neves has got a contract with Wolves until 2024. In the Premier League for Wolves, he's made 151 appearances. Wolves paid £15.8 million for Neves from Porto, was it back in 2017? Eduardo Camavinga, we're still trying to get him from Rennes. Sport Bild said not so long ago that Man United submitted a contract offer to sign Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich on a free transfer in the summer of 2022, which is next year. Man United have also tried to get Declan Rice from West Ham. But I'm expecting Man United to enjoy a very good summer transfer window because I am very convinced that Solskjaer's going to get all the players he wants to recommend in. And it's about time Solskjaer got the backing he deserves. Because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window. And he identified the areas in the squad where he wants to strengthen up. We've made 2 signings in this summer transfer window so far. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Aston Villa. And obviously we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho last week. Sancho signed a contract at Manchester United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Jadon Sancho is going to be wearing the number 25 shirt. Sancho is the second most expensive English player of all time. The week before last, Sancho completed his medical with Man United, and a few weeks ago, Man United agreed a fee of 73 million with Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. Before the summer transfer window opened, it said Solskjaer was going to be given a 150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. Man United are going to offload players in this summer transfer window. I think there's a very good chance that we're going to let Brandon Williams go out on loan. Obviously to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities. Because Williams is our third choice left back and he seldom plays for us. We could offload Alex Telles. Telles has been subjected to transfer speculation recently. He recently said that Inter Milan want Telles on loan. Sky in Italy said the other week that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. Telles has only enjoyed one season at Man United. He's only made 9 appearances in the Premier League. We got Telles in a deal worth 15.4 million from Porto and he's under contract with Man United till 2024. When we got him last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. Phil Jones, we should offload him in this summer transfer window. He's always been inconsistent, doesn't get in our 11, and Jones was out with injury for a while last season. Jones has been a long-serving player at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Axel Tuanzebe, we have agreed to let him go. Diego Dalot, I think he's going to be leaving. He was out on loan with AC Milan last season. Andres Pereira, we're also looking to get rid of him. He was out on loan with Lazio last season. Paul Pogba, he could still leave Manchester United in this summer transfer window. Pogba recently rejected a new 50 million contract offer at Man United, so reflecting on that, he's set to leave. Sky Sports mentioned that Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. Solskjaer did recently give us an update on Paul Pogba's contract situation. He said that Man United are still in talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Pogba's current contract expires next year because last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. As you all know, Man United are expecting a Paul Pogba bid from PSG. Man United are expecting PSG to make their move for Pogba before the transfer window closes. PSG are confident that £43 million will be enough to sign Paul Pogba. Not so long ago, Paul Pogba was discussing the personal terms with PSG, and he said Pogba is close to reaching an agreement to join PSG. Tuto Mercato Web said not so long ago that Man United is set to receive a €60 million bid from PSG for Pogba. But we know PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. Pogba's also been linked with Real Madrid. He's been linked with his former club Juventus. He did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Barcelona have also been in for him. It said recently that Barcelona are working tirelessly on a swap deal for Paul Pogba. It says they was willing to offer Samuel Umtiti and Antoine Griezmann as part of the Pogba deal. And Inter Milan have been in for him before, so Pogba has had a long running transfer saga. You know, if we do let Pogba leave in this summer transfer window, we need to get a good adequate replacement for him. Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. But at one point last season he was out with thigh injury for a while. Mino Raiola has obviously been desperate to get Pogba out of the football club. He did a lot of talking last season and he made an announcement back in December last year regarding Pogba. He says Pogba's career at Man United is over. He said he's unhappy and he has to leave and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's our most expensive signing because we paid £89 million for him. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Pogba's enjoyed 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. I initially thought Martial, Matic, Van de Beek and De Gea were going to be leaving, but it looks like now they're staying. Solskjaer's ambition for next season is to win the Premier League. These United fans that are sceptical that we're going to win a title under Ole. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. To be honest with you, I'm expecting Solskjaer to get sacked at some point next season. Because, like I've said before, I don't think he's the long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect, but I think he does need more time and he does deserve at least next season. These United fans that are Ole in, there's also United fans that are Ole out. But you know, like I've said before, next season is massive for Solskjaer, and he is aware of that. I'd say next season Solskjaer's definitely got to improve his decision making, because in a lot of the games he's managed so far at Man United he's been tactically naive. And I'd say Solskjaer has to win a trophy next season, because if he wins a trophy next season that will be an achievement, and that would obviously give us something to build on. We haven't won a trophy since 2017, and that's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Next season will be Solskjaer's 3rd full season, because he's enjoyed 2 full seasons at the moment. Solskjaer recently signed a new contract at the club until 2024. There is an option of a further year. I'm very sceptical that he'll see out this new contract. Ollie signed a 3-year contract when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. I've criticised Solskjaer a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but obviously I've had my reasons behind it. But despite that, I still think he is our best manager since Ferguson, because in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. You know, Ollie has been in charge of Manchester United now for 31 months, is it? Which is over 2 years. In a way, I am surprised that he's still Manchester United manager, because we have endured very bad periods under Ollie where he's been very close to being sacked, and we lost the Europa League final last season to Villarreal. But I think with Solskjaer being a club legend, that's what's basically saved his job. Because Ollie endured 11 years as a player for Man United, he flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. But you know, when we have been inconsistent, not all the blame has stemmed from Ollie. Obviously he's been accountable for certain things, but I think during a lot of them bad periods there's certain players that have had to take responsibility. Because these obviously players at Man United that are not good enough to represent the club. Obviously, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. Obviously, Woodward, he's been one of the biggest issues at Man United for a long time. Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club. Woodward is obviously leaving Manchester United. And the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. Because the Glazers have put Manchester United in so much debt. A lot of United fans have been demanding the Glazers out. There was a lot of United fans protesting against the Glazers at Old Trafford towards the end of last season. Solskjaer did reveal towards the end of last season that the Glazers apologised because there was planning to scrap the Champions League for the European Super League. It did say the Glazers could be forced to sell Man United, but for only £4 billion. The Glazers have had a 16-year association, is it, with the club? They purchased the club for $500 million back in 2005. But you know, these things I've got to credit Ollie for. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. Solskjaer has made good signings as Manchester United manager. He has spent over £300 million now. In the summer of 2019, Ollie brought Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January 2020, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odi Nagala in on loan. Look at that, I just need to put my SIG on charge. Wait there a second. Yeah, Magallo left in January. In the summer of 2020, he brought Donny van der Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Amad Diallo, Traore and Facundo Palestri. We did loan Palestri out in January, but he's now back at Man United. Last summer we got 4 of those players on deadline day. And in this summer transfer window, Solskjaer's brought Tom Heaton in and Jadon Sancho so far. And like I mentioned, he's brought quite a few academy players in. Ollie's also got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he's come in. Ollie did well in his first full season. He did well in quite a lot of aspects in his second full season. All he knew when he'd taken over at Man United, it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin, and he knew he had a lot to do when he came in. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.